Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw. 55. Here we go. Let's go.
The first carry now for Benny Snell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
X3, 218, chop.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Fry. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. On 1st down, Boykin, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Come on. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Play slow. Drive on. 55.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Set, hut. Pittsburgh. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
To throw again, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, Jackson going deep here for Watkins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Snell. He's still fighting forward. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Leo!
Snell on the shotgun handoff. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Fry. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 75 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fry. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He was looking for Watkins that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
On the ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brian Burns. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
That's what I do.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one goes for 30 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. There he goes left side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
We're talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Man, I got you. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6, escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson now from the gun. He'll throw. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 8 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 14 to 10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Let's go, let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run on 1st down. Boykin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, let's bring it.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Not that time for Watkins, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got Watkins on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. He wants it all for the end zone, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Throwing on first down. Fry. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 74 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Jackson on first down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Silver. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boykin, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. You better bring it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Dancing. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch him. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Snell yet again. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10. Fry looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 23-yard run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go.
Short-term memory.
And move on to the next series.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's good for Jaguars. First down.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for loss.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 67 yards.
First down, Steelers.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
15-1. 15-1. Check. Lucky. Hey, watch it.
Now Snell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. And in an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll keep it on the ground. Snell, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. Dancing away at the 35. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Touchdown, defense. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54.
Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Fry going top shelf for Smith. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Get out!
Operating from the gun. Fry. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.